Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to season 2 of the Saying Media podcast. I have a new and special guest with me here today, a guy I haven't seen in about 10 years, the man that's been grinding on Instagram, showing about his business and stuff like that. Michael Dang, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, bro? How you been?
I've been good. I've been looking forward to this thing.
Yeah,
And if you
for
guys don't
sure.
know who Michael is, me and Michael knew each other about way back when. My mom actually used to babysit him and work for his parents and stuff like that. And we were in Taekwondo with each other. Next thing you know, we ended up going to the same school. I was about a junior or senior at the time, and he was an incoming freshman at VCU.
Yep.
And then I just been seeing him grinding like different type of businesses and then his own business on Instagram. So I've been meaning to get you on here, and then you reached out to me too. You're like, hey, I really like the podcast. I was wondering if I could speak. And I was like, yo, I would love that because there's not that much people our age doing what you're doing right now.
For real. Just content creating, just putting shit out there.
Yes, sir. And so that's today's subject, actually, is we're going to be talking about your company, the Dang Media, basically, the investing group.
Yep.
And I was just wondering, like, you know, how was the process of that? Like, how did you end up starting that company and be like, hey, I want to do this and start grinding it out?
Okay. That's a good question. So it first started back in last March of 2020.
Yeah.
When like the pandemic hit and everything.
Mm.
Me and my boys in like high school, we're all like in this group chat, and we're like watching the market.
Yeah.
And it's just dropping crazy. And it was it was like back in like '08 when the recession happened.
Yes.
When it was
Yes.
dropping, like it was, stocks were going down like 50 to 70%. And if you had cash, like you were golden. You know what I mean? I was waiting for this exact moment too. That's the craziest part, because at the beginning, like the year before, I was working with Hobby Design and Build, and it was a construction company, and I loved what I was doing. It was probably like my dream job, just because like the opportunity that with that company is just endless. You know what I mean? But as I was going like day in and day out, like my motivation got less and less every day.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, it was also because I was making like pretty good money in the market. You know what I mean? Like, but I was just losing motivation, and then I finally decided to
Take a step back. Yeah.
and everything. Because dude, like the amount of work that I put in,
Yeah.
it was like probably, like at one point it was probably like 50, 60, sometimes like 80 hours, you know what I mean?
Dang, double overtime type of work for that.
But I mean, I loved, at the time, I loved what I was doing though.
Yeah.
Because I was serving clients every single day, and we were killing it. Like our work was beautiful. Our clients were happy. It was good.
Yeah.
But like it just
wasn't clicking.
It just wasn't clicking for me. And I just felt like I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree with that too, because like something could feel like your dream job, right? But then when you start working in the industry and like you're doing it day by day, you're like, I don't know, this is actually what I want to do.
Yeah,
type of thing.
exactly.
It's like maybe I put it in my mind that I like it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I think there's something out there greater for me. And I felt like that happened with you, because I could relate to that, because I graduated with a psychology degree, right? And I thought I wanted to do psychology. I got internships and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, I love helping these people out, but like, damn, I'm still waking up with the feeling like, do I have to go to work right now? It's like, I wonder what client I have today type of thing. It's like, I don't know if this is what I want to do until I dived into other things, and I'm like, oh, dang, I could do this all the time.
Yeah. It was a good like step back, but at the same time, I still talk with the owners of that company like every day. You know what I mean? I still have a great connection with them. And I'm still like helping them grow their business just as much as they're helping me grow mine.
Yeah, so a good relationship.
It's a like Zach and Mr. Hoppy. If y'all watching this, I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
For real. From the bottom of my heart, like they've taught me so much. They've taught me how the business world works. And everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just one. I took that opportunity there, and then there was a next one, and I just saw it. Just ran with it, you know what I mean?
Took
kind
it.
of thing.
Yeah.
So, and That's just
one thing led to another. Yeah. So the stock market, yeah, it did do a really big dip.
Yeah.
And,
Let me get back to that story. Okay, so we were all in this group chat in the market. We all see the market dipping, and this is when we started investing. I started investing like right out of high school, right when I turned 18. But I wasn't, because I was with Hoppies. My focus wasn't in investing.
Yeah.
But like once we saw the market drop, we knew like we had to get in. We knew we had to start buying these companies as it's going down.
Yeah.
Because like it's the stock market. It's gonna recover over time. You know what I mean? We recovered from '08. So this one's gonna recover, and we've already seen the recovery. How much it's
for sure.
We're at all-time highs, and we're hitting like, it's actually kind of insane, like how much we recovered, and the economy is still a little. It's not that good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I mean, the market recovered quick, and we were doing well, and so. And we were just talking like every single day in our group chat. Yeah, just talking, sending each other news about different companies, things like
what's
that.
What's rising, what's declining type of thing. Yeah,
we were putting out our plans and everything. And a lot of people like because I was showing I was getting like all my friends into investing. I was like, yo, if you're gonna do it now.
Yeah,
do it now when it's like fucking low. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so. It's buy low, sell high, not buy high. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was getting everyone in, and a lot of people were asking me questions, and things like that. And I was just like, yo, what if I just put all my information in one place and just let people have it? You know what I mean? Like kind of do the same thing that I do, because I was making like good money.
Yeah.
You know, like I was able to like quit my job, you know. I was able to quit my job to actually do something
that you want to do.
That I want to do. You know what I mean? So why would I not? But and like it started out with like 10 people in iMessage group chat. I would show them like how I got clients at first is I would just show them my profits, show them numbers and stuff, right? Yeah. And it started out with like 10 people in an iMessage group chat, and then it quickly grew to like 20. In like I think in like a week or two or something like that. And then once we got 20, like iMessage, it fills up. So I had to move out, and I got into Discord.
Yeah.
Discord, that platform is
beautiful.
Insane.
Yeah, it's so welcoming to
everything. Yeah. Gaming, stocks,
business, you know, personal.
Just regular communication. Yeah. It's crazy. It's like have you used Slack?
Yeah, I have used Slack. Slack is a lot more confusing, and its notifications suck. Yeah. But Discord is beautiful because like you can stream live to other people too. You can make private chats. You can make private voice servers.
It's nice for the younger generation because like gaming is popping, like
popping right now.
Streaming, dude. All that is going
during
crazy.
These times.
Yeah, during like Rona times. That's crazy.
Dude, it's like all you can do is game, and I've been doing that too. Like I'm not gonna lie, I quit gaming for the longest time. As soon as Rona hit, I was like, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, let me just like game. And then I was like, and like some streamers are popping off, like new streamers, and like stuff like it's because like that's the huge community right now.
Yeah, it's just the new wave too. Yeah. Like it's just how it's going.
Yeah, but that's crazy. You started a Discord. How many people are in your Discord right now?
There's I think like 280 around there.
That's tough.
Yeah, I grew like somewhat quick. I have a marketer with me. I have a super small team. I have some like people who do call outs in my Discord as well. They were one of them's a stockbroker. Another one's like certified public accountant. And so like I have experienced people in my group, and we just been killing it. Like
that's crazy.
It's just because the reason why we're doing good is because we put all of our like brain power together. Kind of thing.
It's kind of like where you unite.
You do your research, I'll do my research, and we just all just put it in one place. And Discord, this is why I love Discord, because you can have like 30 different text channels.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to organize. And when you have the information out there, it's all you got to do is just look at it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
It. And that's why, I tell a lot of people in my Discord, I'm like, stop using Twitter. Stop using IG, Snap. Like, stop using social media just to use it, unless you're like using it for marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was just like, instead of doing that, just go on Discord, because everything that someone says is valuable information. Like, every single sentence. You know what I mean? Because it's just information about the market. And so when we put our brain power together, it's just like the only way the only way that we get beat is if the market is done. You know what I mean? But if even if it's done, we know how to make money on the way down.
Yeah.
Too. You can make money on the way down up, you make money on the way down. So it's like, and we're learning that every day. We're learning like everything. And like I tell people, grow your knowledge and the money will follow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's a really good quote.
If you hit your trades 7, 8, 9 times out of 10, the money will be there. You don't need to worry about money. You just need to worry about executing your trades.
Yeah.
Doing your research into good long-term companies. Like, bro, these companies back in March, they were like, I found so many, like Neo was at like sub $3 or sub $4.
Yeah. Now it's like 14 or 30 something now?
No, now it hit like 59 today.
Oh, really?
Almost 60 today.
Damn, they really
I found this one other like vaccine company, Novavax. That joint was like sub $7.
Interesting.
It's like at 300 now.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah, it's the companies that we find are they're just different. Like you don't. It's just the research that we put in, and it's the amount of companies too. It's not even like we're finding like 1, 2, 3, like 10 companies. We're finding hundreds.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of companies in the stock market that a lot of people just don't know about.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you just need to do the research and see
like
what's on the come up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like when we have a lot of people too, it's just so helpful because it's like everyone
is helping each other out.
Yeah, you're finding so many different companies throughout the day, and you're just leaving it there. And one of my favorite things is just getting someone else's perspective on something too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
being diverse with everyone. Yeah,
and just seeing all the angles before you make that trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the Discord, it's been great, and I love seeing everyone grow. I love seeing everyone make money, like, and people are genuinely happy too.
That's good.
And they genuinely want to go on Discord instead of like Twitter or Instagram. And I feel like that's gonna be like the new wave. Discord, like a lot of people in the future, a lot of people are gonna be on that platform.
Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot on actually TikTok too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, join my Discord server for more. And I think what's really helpful about the Discord server and what you were saying of like, you don't really need to go onto these other social media platforms. You could just go into the Discord is because it's a sense of community, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, because
it's like personalized, you know what I mean? It's like you're going on that Discord for a specific reason. Yeah. Like for mine, it's stocks. If you like stocks, it's perfect for you. You know, if you like making money, it's because I literally send out like signals. So when I buy a company, I'll literally take a screenshot of the order and then I'll just show it to everyone.
And be like, this is what I'm investing in right now.
And I do it real time too. So you see exactly when I get in, what price I buy it at, and
when
then
you're pulling out.
Yeah, and then when I sell it, I'll put in my order as well.
Yeah.
And then like I put in the stock, but I also like back it up with information. So like, or my team will, you know what I mean? Yep. Because it's really not one person; it's a collaboration of a lot of people putting thoughts together. But the whole thing about investing is every single person needs to have like their own mindset or their own style. It's like an artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? Every single artist, musician, they have their own style. It's the same with investing. You can't, like, to be a successful investor, you can't be hopping off on people's ideas. You can make money like doing that, but like to build a career doing that, to build generational wealth. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Your own unique person.
Yeah, you gotta be creating your own wave. But yeah.
I would have never known that. but we could come back to that subject because we're about to hit our halftime mark right now.
I bet.
So we're going to take a 30 to the second to probably a minute break. It's time for you guys to get those snacks that are listening to the podcast, maybe another cup of water, bring another friend to listen to the podcast, you know, or that person that's been trying to get into stocks and keeps on pushing it back. Maybe it's time to come back here and listen to this type of thing. But we'll see you in about 30 seconds to a minute. We're also welcoming sponsors to this podcast or any other type of platform. I'm very diverse in different type of things. I have a lot of friends that could help us make short films, you know, skits, or just like video promotion for your content. And then, you know, Michael Dang and his type of Dang Media stuff with investment groups and stuff. If you guys want to sponsor him, I'll put some links in below as well. But we will see you in a minute. Peace.
Catch you guys.
And we are back. Hope you got that water, that snack, or whatever you needed during that break. So basically, we left off talking about, you know, the community and making sure you're unique when you're investing in stocks, because you can't really copy people like that, but you need to find your own style.
Right. Like the biggest thing, going off like my buy and sell signals, like I post every single time I buy and sell, but it doesn't necessarily mean to copy my exact thing. You know what I mean? This is why we were talking about earlier about like being your own investor, and it's just using the information that's provided, and it's also about doing your own due diligence about that stock before, or about that company before you invest in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I tell everyone, like, don't blindly invest. You should never like see someone's signal and just instantly just react and boom, I'm gonna buy the same stock as he. It doesn't work. Like you can do that. Like I'm not saying you can't do it.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend it, and I never recommend anyone blindly investing. When you put in the research, you put in the time, and you understand how these companies work, like you will make money. And for me, it's a long-term thing. It's a marathon type of thing when it comes to investing. Like when I day trade here and there, that's like quick money, but that's money going into like the long-term companies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That will make you money in the long run.
Right,
that will help you retire.
Right. One of the strategies that I use is try to find companies low, but at a good price, but try to buy it and you never like want to sell it.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like Buffett, he was talking about like I don't ever want to sell what was his stock, Coca-Cola. But I try to just find companies where I just buy it, set it, and just leave it. And of course, like what I'll do is in one account I'll have a long-term account.
Yeah.
So I'll buy my long-term companies, I'll set it and forget it type of thing, and I'll just keep buying on dips. And buying on dips is very important. People, you got to be greedy when others are fearful. That means just buy when other people are selling. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So
wait,
what
were we talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I got off topic.
No, you're good. Well, what would be like for new investors out there, right? Or like people who are just like thinking about investing, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, what are the signs you would recommend they look for, type of thing, before making an investment in a company, and like what they should consider? Because like you said, I would have thought about that, right? So I'm actually about to start investing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm glad you're here. And I like that you mentioned that you have two separate accounts, and I didn't think you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you would have just like one account and just one account, right?
Oh, okay. Wait, let me go on that. So the reason why I have two separate accounts is one's a long-term account, and then I have another account where I'm swinging and day trading. So day trading is when you're buying and selling the same day. Swing trading is when you're holding it overnight or for the week. Or swing trades. I think the max swing trade is around like 6 months. A long-term trade is over a year, like you're holding it for a year. But anything under a year, it's technically a swing trade.
Yeah.
But I have, the reason why I do that is because I find these companies and I'm buying them for long term, but at the same time, you can make a lot of money swinging them and just reinvesting on dips. So like, but when say for an example, you buy 100 shares of this one company, goes up. Say you double like your
What you
money,
make.
right?
Yeah.
Sell half, keep the other 50 in there, and then when it dips a lot, then you reinvest that money, and now you got more shares than before. But that's what I do in one account, and then for the other one, I have a long-term account where I'm just buying, and I'll just reinvest, or I'll put my profits from my swings into that one, or I'll just keep going on the swings.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I actually think that's really smart because I knew when I wanted to come in, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there too that like, you know, they want to invest in the long-term stuff, but they also want to like do some day trading and stuff like that to see if they can make a type of profit thing. And I guess a good question is like, when do you know it's like a good choice to sell? Like it's a good time to be like, oh, I need to not stay in it type of thing.
A lot of it is like the purpose. You got to think about like why you're getting in it in the first place. So if you're a long term, you're holding it through. You're buying. Like the only reason why you should sell is there's another better opportunity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I like. Let me think.
Go ahead, take your time, because I know, like it's really hard to. I like the example that you said earlier, right? Where it's like you invest in this one long-term company, but like let's say you doubled the profit and then you could sell what you made, but keep the other of it in the long-term investment because you know you want to still keep that investment for the long run, but the money that you made extra, you could kind of be smart about it. You could either keep it for yourself or go see where you can reinvest it in, and that's like a really smart decision and something that I didn't really think about until you mentioned it, right? Like I didn't know that you could get multiple shares of something and be like, even though it's a long-term investment, but if you got the gain, be like, oh, I already made a profit. Should I keep it in here or I could sell? But you actually have two options. You could do both, and either one could be fine, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I like to have two separate accounts. But, when you want to sell or like when you're trying to figure out when to sell, a lot of it is like technical analysis. It's about like the stock going to a certain resistance point.
Yeah.
Like, so there's support and then there's resistance. A support is under the stock, right? A level under the stock, and a resistance is a level over the stock. When the stock goes to that resistance, it's like a previous spike. So there's, the cameras. So there's
like if there's like a chart right here right now.
Right. So there's a spike up here and it drops down, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to go up and it's going to hit that
resistance.
It's going to hit that resistance level. It's either going to break it and continue to go up, come back, maybe test that resistance and then keep going.
Yeah.
Or it's going to hit that resistance and reject immediately.
And can keep on going
you know
down.
What I mean? And when it usually rejects the resistance, it'll fall down back to like another support level.
Yeah.
And then either at that support level, it'll bounce off that support level or it'll go through. And like, this is why like technical analysis is very, very, like I always do a technical analysis before I getting into a stock. And I always have like a list. I have like a checklist. So if it's a long-term company, I'll put like 3 reasons why it has a lot of growth potential. 3 negative things.
Yeah.
I'll look at like their balance sheet to see if they're profitable, how much revenue is coming in, how much like money is going out, that kind of thing. And I just look at like growth potentials. And with long-term companies, you need to like think about needs in the world. So like right now, climate change, there's a need for that. And these companies, when there's a bigger need, the more growth potential the company has.
Yeah.
So right now, like
Biden just signed a bill to pass for electric cars instead of gas cars. So everyone's like going now on like electric businesses.
Yeah, dude. The EV sector has been insane this year. Like I don't mean, did we talk earlier about NIO?
No, I think we brought it up a little bit about how beginning in the stock market, it was like only, you found it for like what, $3? And now it's like 50, you said 50, 60?
Yeah, it hit like 59 today, so it's right around 60 right now. Like NIO, Tesla, Workhorse, XL, there's so many companies out there, and like Lucid Motors is about to be a big one. They're a new SPAC deal rumored with CCIV. I think that one's going to be a pretty big one. Like we got in that one, we saw it the first day when they rumored about it, and it was at like $12. Some of us got in at 12. Some of it, like I got in around when it was like 15. Once I saw it was like pretty legit.
Yeah.
And now it's at like 30. So we've already doubled our money on that one. But there's so many EV companies that are just going off because there's a need for it. You know what I mean? Like with Workhorse, USPS, their vehicles are so freaking old. You know the USPS vehicles?
I don't even remember them, to be honest.
They look like the FedEx.
Oh,
like
okay.
Those,
yeah,
those vehicles, them joints are so old. It's obviously going to need to be replaced.
Upgraded, yeah.
And there's going to be companies out there that's going to take the order, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you find those companies, you find the needs, then you're going to make money in the long term. And this whole thing is really a marathon thing. And when you think long term, you see the whole picture. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it clears your head a little bit, and it makes you make smarter decisions, not like impulse decisions as well. Because that's what a lot of people will do in the beginning when they invest is they'll see a stock like go up like 10%, and then they see it go up another 10%. So now it's at like 20%, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, dang, should I buy it? I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah.
They see it goes up a little, they get all excited, right?
Yeah.
And then boom, it goes down, and then and then it goes low, because you bought it high, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people make impulse decisions like that, and then they just end up losing money, or they just end up holding the stock for a long time.
Yeah.
That's why I just tell people, like, you should be prepared. You should know your entry. You should know your exit point. You should know what the company does before you invest in it.
Yeah. That's why I really like where you explained support and resistance, right? Because not going to lie, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I did like a whole entire hour to 2 hours of research when I can, basically, you know, of investments. And I was just watching these YouTube videos, and I was like, I don't get a single thing you're saying about this freaking chart. But that little explanation that you just gave right there, it made so much more sense to me, because they make it really complicated for some reason.
Yeah, like, and the whole, like, I learned like technical analysis just by watching like the price action of a company. Just studying their price action, and you'll see the support and resistance levels. But technical analysis, like, it's really not that hard to know. You just need to know like the terminology and like what to look for. A lot of people, like, with technical analysis, they don't even know what they're looking for. They don't even know like what they're trying to find in that chart. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, and in my Discord too, like, I have like educational text channels. So
tough.
It's like just terminology, and then I have like PowerPoint slides. And all that, where people like just learn what I have. Like, I screenshotted like a couple pictures. I wish I could show y'all, but I screenshotted like just different patterns.
Just pop them up here real quick. Just message me, and I'll pop them up right over here.
But yeah, I'll show like different patterns that you need to know, because when you do technical analysis, they all hit key levels, and they all follow patterns. And so when you know how to read the candlesticks, big tip, use candlesticks when you're looking at graphs.
Yeah.
It shows a lot more than the lines, you know what I mean? Because a candlestick, it'll show what the stock opened at, what they closed at, the high, the low on that candlestick. So it shows a lot more data than just looking at a line. And that's why y'all gotta switch out of Robinhood too, bro. That shit is ass. You can't. You gotta look at if you're a day trader, you gotta look at 1 minute candles. But yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Robinhood, actually, I've been wanting to ask you this because it happened literally last week.
Yeah.
I mean, this video is gonna be coming out a little bit later than that, but the whole entire like thing about GME, AMC. Robinhood, AMC, and like Dogecoin, all that type of stuff. I want to get your input on that, because I heard stories about some friends that made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of GME.
Yeah, bro.
Because
stupid.
They were holding the line.
It was
against the stock market, And then basically how the stock marketers or the rich people of the society were like, hey, Robinhood, they can't stop selling this.
Yeah,
And
so,
then everyone's like, what the fuck? Get off Robinhood.
Yeah, dude. Like that whole story is crazy because like people are now seeing that like retail investors, like the average day people, they're getting a lot smarter, and with the internet, like Discord, like Reddit.
Yeah, dude, Reddit popped off.
Yeah, like there's information. There's so much information on Reddit, and there's so much information in like Discord servers as well. You just gotta find like the right one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like this one guy, it all started with this one guy. He was like, he put all, like, I forgot what it was. It was like 50K or something into GME when it was super low.
Yeah.
And the reason why he did that was because he saw these hedge funds were shorting it, right?
Yeah.
And when you short a stock, you're borrowing shares and you're selling it. You're betting on it that it'll go down.
Yeah.
And people were these hedge funds, they were over leveraging their positions. And when he figured that out, when you get a lot of buyers into a stock, when it's heavily shorted, the stock will rise. Like if there's more buyers, the stock will rise, right? But like these shorts, they got to get out because they're betting on it to go down. And when it's going up, they got to get out. And then they got to close their positions, but they have to close their positions at the current price. So it's a lot higher. And when because they're selling it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
And so to get out, they have to buy back their shares. So when you buy back the shares, it shoots the stock up even more.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening. These hedge funds Melvin Capital lost like $6 billion in like a day or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they like. That's the craziest thing. I don't know how they didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Like with the whole gaming, like we talked earlier about the gaming sector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like people GameStop like put the two and two together. People like are
everyone's gaming now. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gaming. Like people they will just buy AMC just to save AMC, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even though it's a failing company, people like
still
have,
love it.
Yeah,
and still
exactly.
Have, like, because the only reason why the only reason why I think AMC is doing bad, right, is because of COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
And then GME, I honestly thought it was dying.
Yeah, GME was dying. GME was dying.
But there's still the loyal fans, right? And then Reddit was popping off.
Yeah, but it's not even about that though. Like this guy just figured out what to do, like how he can make money on this. If it's so shorted on one side and there's a lot of buyers, a short squeeze could happen and then it sends the stock skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Like we alerted in our Discord, like, dude, I made around 5K off like 450.
Damn.
So that's why when you were saying like people were making hundreds of thousands, like millions of dollars, like I know, bro. Like I literally put in 450 and I came out with this is a one in a lifetime kind of thing. And they knew that they were getting fucked over. They lost $6 billion in a day. It was on a Wednesday too.
Yeah.
When AMC was like up 300%. The next day, Robinhood restricted it.
Yep.
And Robinhood. So Citadel is Robinhood's biggest
competitor
client.
Okay.
What Robinhood does is they feed these order flows to Citadel. So like before you place an order, right? Citadel will have it, so they'll know which way you're going, and they'll use that to their advantage. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so Robinhood, Citadel was probably like, "Yo, restrict this." Or we're not working for you with you anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like they were I forgot like how much they invested in it or whatever.
Yeah, it was something.
I think it was like 40% or something like that. Something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's just crazy. And like when you restrict, dude, that's the craziest thing too because all of these Reddit people, they were coming off Robinhood.
Yeah.
Like your average day trader is coming off Robinhood.
Yep,
you know what I mean? So when you restrict like 50% of traders, yeah, it's obviously when it's so one-sided like that, when there's so much sellers overbuying, it's obviously going to go down. And that's the whole point of like market manipulation. Like we've seen market manipulation, but we've never seen it like this before, where they completely restricted it.
Yep.
Just to help one side. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And retail was catching on. Like people were just realizing, like, dang, look at retail make all this money, and like it was never like that before. But now the one time it is, they restrict it, and they just do all this manipulation. So I think it's, yeah.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I don't have good
Yeah.
words for it. So
Yeah,
I probably won't.
the amount of memes that came out of that
Yeah.
too. It was like, oh, you want to get rich to the regular day? People was like, then invest, and it's like, and then there was like another meme.
Oh yeah.
People start
yeah.
figuring out how to invest.
I know.
Wait, no, stop investing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
It's crazy, man.
the rich, it's kind of going with the sayings like the rich get richer, and
Right.
they find ways to manipulate it, right? And how it's like stingy and like a rigged market. So that's why the power of the people basically is what kept it going and screwed over the rich guys. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like because we're trying to make it, and then you guys are just making it difficult and trying to like exploit everyone type of
Yeah.
thing. So that was really really funny, and I like how you were like, how did they not see it coming? To me personally, I don't know. It's because we're younger and stuff like that, but I think it's like older people into the market, so they're not realizing that our younger generation.
They're not realizing like the power of technology.
Yeah,
bro. Like the power of Reddit.
Yeah,
bro.
we're
like,
using everything to help each other type of
Yeah,
thing, and we're reading, we're
exactly.
doing our research now.
Exactly.
Before it's like, oh, like you would have
Like
to
people
go
were
in
just
blind.
uneducated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now it's
there
like-
wasn't technology like this where you could just find information left and right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's crazy. What brokerages or apps would you recommend using now since Robinhood?
I use TD Ameritrade. That's probably like the best one.
Mm.
I use Fidelity. I use Webull, and yeah, I think. Oh, I use SoFi as well.
Okay.
So I use quite a lot. But I mainly use Webull. Webull is like I use that one for like day trading and swing trading. And then I use my Fidelity one for long term.
Is there a difference why that you do that type of thing?
Webull, like it's just a lot user friendly.
Okay.
With that one, like TD Ameritrade, it's pretty busy. But yeah, like Webull's nice for intermediate to beginners to use. But like TD is a lot better because your fill orders are quicker. Like you can get in at better prices. Like
Okay.
it'll fill quicker.
Tough.
But yeah.
So I guess bringing it back to like more of like getting into stocks type of thing, right? So what would be like your recommendations for people just getting into stocks, right? And like into the stock market and trying to get used to it, right? Like what I guess some examples is like, I guess a questions that I would have is like, okay, what do I need to research about this company before I try to make an investment in it? Like, what are the things I need to look out for? Because I know like in YouTube videos, like, yeah, you could see the charts and see where it's going, and then, but it's like you need to also do research on the owner and the people around it, and
It's
like
just
who's
like,
investing in it.
Yeah, when you're long term investing, you gotta break the whole thing down. You know what I mean? You gotta start from like the CEO. You gotta know his mindset. You gotta know the management team behind the stock. Once you know the management team, you gotta know the operations, like what they're doing, how they're creating revenue, how they can create more revenue, how they can save money, all that. And then you gotta just look at like long term like growth projections. And like what we were talking about earlier, like just needs in the world to figure out like the best long term companies. But like as far as like entry points, I always tell people to buy the dips on the long term. Like dips are blessings for long term investors because they know they can buy at a low price and over time it's gonna recover.
It's gonna grow.
You know what I mean? Like they don't panic sell, especially like a lot of people panic sell. Because they don't trust their research. They don't believe in that company. Well, like if you believe in that company, why would you sell that company in the first place? You know what I mean? So if it's going down, you should be buying more because you think it's gonna go up. So you're feeling like you're getting a discount, like you're getting a nice sale. You know what I mean? So just do good research. I like join groups like Discords like that, but like. Just in general, if you put in the work, it's gonna
return back to
you'll
you.
see the results in the end.
What do you think people out there should consider before getting into it? Like, I know a lot of people don't know about the taxes that come behind it. A lot of people don't know about like how much they should start off investing. A lot of people don't know of like, okay, this is going to be my long-term investment and this is going to be like something I keep an eye on type of thing.
So yeah, like taxes with that, within a year, if you sell the stock within a year, you're paying short-term capital gains, so it's taxed more. And then when you're holding a stock for over a year, it's called long-term capital gains.
Yeah.
So you pay less taxes on that. What was your other question? Oh, how much to start?
Yeah, how much to start and like what should they consider before getting in type of thing.
Yeah, how much to start is a tricky one because everyone's financial situation is going to be different.
Yeah.
But like when I first started, I started with like 500, and then like when I first started, it was a lot of it was trial and error. So
yeah.
And if you don't people's losses will be their biggest lessons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all about like learning it, so you never just do it again. And that's how like people can just get better and better every day. Just they get more experience and they're just learning from their mistakes in the past. Just not making it again. But in the beginning, if you don't want to take losses, then I would recommend Webull. You can go on there, sign up, and they let you paper trade. So they pretty much give you like you can pick whatever amount, but they give you like $1 million. Let's say $1 million in fake money, and you can just use a simulation
and
like
practice.
Practice like it's a real trade. And then once you get good at that, then you can actually start putting in money. But it's when you're starting off like with $50 or $100, it's a lot harder to grow the account just because 10% on $100 is $10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and like it's all about the percentages. If you can hit like 5 to 10% on every single trade, the money will be there. Like you won't ever, if you know how to hit like 7 to 9% or times out of 10 on a trade, you'll never have to like worry about money again. You know what I mean? Because it's all about the percentages, hitting those percentages, and then scaling it. Because once you're more confident, you're able to put in. You feel confident, so you're able to put in more money. And if you're doing the same thing, it's going to be the same result. Just if you're putting in more money, it's more money. If you're putting in less, then less comes out. But it's all about the percentages.
Yeah.
And just executing your trades.
Tough. I did not know that. That's awesome. So, is there any like last second thoughts or any type of things that you want to make sure that people know before going in or that are continuing, or like anything about yourself that you want to explain for the people to know basically on the podcast?
Yeah. Where should I start? Let me give an advice. One advice I would give is just like find your passion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that truly find your passion and go after it every day.
Yes, sir.
Just wake up early. Dude, if you find your passion, like my day starts at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll set my alarm like at 5 a.m., 5:30 or whatever, and I'll still beat my alarm just because I'm like around 4 or 5. I don't know what happens, but something just clicks, and I just like start thinking about like the market, like stocks, about money, about my business, about like everything. And like when you start dreaming about it, then you actually I actually wake up a lot easier every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's not hard anymore, and you start waking up early, like between 5 and 7 a.m. every day for 30 days straight becomes a habit. So, and you get that advantage on people. Like, dude, if you're an entrepreneur, like what we're doing, like
early bird gets a worm.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like, think about it. A person, you're waking up at 5 a.m., right? And someone's waking up at 10 a.m. That's 5 hours
that you have on
production that you're ahead of them.
Yep.
And you do that every single day for 365 days for a whole year. You'll see a lot more growth with that person than compared to another person.
Yep.
But it's not always about like waking up early. It's about like what
using
you're
your time wisely.
using your time wisely, what you're actually doing with it. I tell people to make like see, the thing with our Discord, like, we're not always about stocks. I put like tips about like financial tips, because I'm just trying to educate people about like financial literacy. You know what I mean? Just get them smart on that, so that they can become financially free one day, soon. So, but I tell people, like, write out their goals every single day. Do it one time in the morning, and then make sure you make sure you're checking them throughout the day. Because like when you're doing that, if you feel the production, and then it motivates you to do more. Yeah. But it all comes back to like passion, like what you're doing it for, and what your drive is. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so, and then having that checklist actually really does help, because it just shows that you accomplished something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like how you said that, like, it's not necessarily getting up early, because some people are night owls.
Yeah, so, dude, I'm a night owl. Yeah. Dude, I actually, like, in the morning, like, I work a lot better at night. That's why, like, I feel like, dude, my sleep schedule is kind of messed up, because I stay up late, but I wake up early, and so sometimes it can get exhausting. That's why I just, like, weekends, I love sleeping in on weekends.
Yeah, catch up with everything.
I just need to catch up on that. It's always good to take some time off, for sure.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, like, what I do, like, it's like when you're waking up to it, it's a lifestyle at that point. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're not you're not waking up to another job. You're waking up to what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about creating your lifestyle, man. Like, and just going after it.
So for your Discord, let the people know out there, how can they join that Discord or be a part of it if they're interested?
You guys can check out my IG. The link is in my bio, and then
his IG handle.
You can send me a DM. I'll respond back. I'll give you the whole gist of everything. But if you guys want to join, link is in my bio, and then. Yeah, we can get started. We can get main this bread. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Anything else you want to say to the squad, to the people out there?
Shit. Nah, man.
Nah, you straight?
Yep.
All right. Well, plug your socials right now, so people know how they can reach out to you, and let them know everything. I'm going to also put in a link below, but just go ahead and shout it out, and I'll write it down right here in the edit.
So the username for the IG is The Dang Media. Literally right here.
Right here. Merch already right here.
The Dang Media.
And that's it.
All right, I'll catch y'all.
Yes, sir. So thank you again, Michael, for being on this podcast.
Thank you, bro.
Look forward.
Pleasure to be here, bro.
I look forward to see you on future stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be
the beginning.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back here for sure.
Yes, sir. I look forward to talking to you about more stuff. Maybe get some more content ideas, getting on with each other and stuff like that. So if you guys are watching this and tuning in, thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and hit the bell to be notified when these videos are coming out. If you're listening to us on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, go ahead and please click the follow and share it to other friends. Once again, it was a pleasure being with you, Michael. And peace out, everybody.
I'll catch y'all.
Everybody.
I'll catch y'all.
Everybody.
I'll catch y'all.
Everybody.
I'll catch y'all.
Everybody.
I'll